when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
This NASA scientist was arrested for locking himself to a Chase bank.
And we've been trying to warn you guys for so many decades that we're heading towards a f***ing catastrophe. And we've been being ignored. The scientists of the world have been being ignored. And it's gotta stop. We're gonna lose everything.
About 20 minutes from now, they will start to commence around.
Standing up for the planet is far, far too important to leave now.
Peter Kalmus works exclusively on climate science with a team at NASA. He joined a coalition of more than 1,000 scientists called the Scientists' Rebellion, who organized dozens of actions worldwide.
I've been trying other ways to get through to the public for 16 years and none of them worked. I think it's worth the risk to our careers to try to wake up the public to what's happening on our planet.
We're not lying, we're not exaggerating. This is so bad, everyone, that we're willing to take this risk.
We are in a moment right now. One path is gonna lead to death and one path leads to life. And I'm here today because I choose life.
I'm here taking these risks because it's time to do something different. And we're not gonna get that done comfortably or easily. Somebody has to take a stand. None of us are sacrifice zones, and it's time for change. We said no, and we're still saying no.
I just wanted to be here today, and I'm happy to be here today to take a stand for my future, for the future of my children, and for the future of my grandchildren. We need more people to get out and to block these roads to raise awareness.
I am trying my best to block and disrupt this congressional baseball game.
Tell us why you're doing this.
I'm doing this because the government does not care and refuses to acknowledge that there's a climate emergency right now.
And how are you hoping that blocking the baseball game is going to make a difference about that?
Well, if more people come out here and join me in the streets, we can make sure that nobody can enter. And when nobody enters, everyone understands that this is a problem because the problem becomes pertinent to them.
Hi, my name is John. I'm 27. I and my friend Donald will be facing trials for blocking roads in DC in resistance to our government's criminal inaction on the climate emergency. I did this because civil resistance like blocking roads is an effective strategy to get change, and because I'm terrified for my future and the future of my two younger sisters who recently had to evacuate their hometown in California because of a massive wildfire. We're seeing weather systems around the world start to collapse. A world-class scientist, Sir David King, has said that we have less than 3 years to determine the future of humanity. The United Nations is warning us of possible global societal collapse in the coming decades, and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has said that governments must immediately reduce emissions this year. And yet our governments are making the problem so much worse. There's a reason why the recent climate legislation that was passed by Congress has the outspoken support of companies like Shell, BP, and Ford. And that's because our government is completely captured by the fossil fuel industry and corporations, and they are betraying us. Civil resistance action, like blocking roads, is now not only the most effective way to get the kind of change we need, it's now our only option left. Everything else has been tried, and everything else has failed. I cannot stand by while everyone and everything that I love goes up in flames. And if you feel the same, I ask that you also step up and take action with Declare Emergency this fall. Go to declareemergency.org to find out more and sign up today.
If I don't do this, then there's going to be no livable planet for my kids. So this is where I need to be.
And you're out here pregnant.
Yes,
on the ground in the freeway, girl. Wow.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down. Not a hurry.
Hey,
why? I sat on the Beltway, the 495 Beltway that wraps around DC, Washington, DC, with a number of other people on July 4th. We all were arrested and went to jail, and I was with a group of women in a cell together till the wee hours of the morning, and it was a profound experience. I knew it would be profound. We were well trained and prepared for what we did by the core group of people that's part of this Declare Emergency team. And the thing I have to say was that I was not prepared for the reaction I got from friends and family and a couple of choice co-workers about when I told them the story about what I did with other people, and what every single person, some were shocked, some were really impressed, but everybody said how proud they were of me, that they really appreciated what I did, and thanked me for taking a stand and doing something for this climate catastrophe that we're trying to avert, this crisis. And I was just amazed at how these people that I've known a short time to years, some my whole life, really thought that it was an honorable thing to do. And I just wanted you to know that. It was really amazing.